Hello friends, welcome to my Cosy Haven. My name is Fiona. I'm really glad you clicked my weekend reading plans video. Yeah, I'm just going to chat to you about the books that I've read last week and also what I'm going to be reading this week, what I'm planning to do this weekend. I'm sorry this is a day late going up. This is coming up being recorded and going up on Saturday. I had a bad day on Thursday. I was really tired, stomach was upset and everything. Then there was things on yesterday that I needed to deal with, so it was just today's kind of the first opportunity that I've had to sort of record and get this out for you. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, thank you. I'm very tired. It's been a very busy week with various things on, and if I'm being honest, too busy. So thankfully, I think I've only got one thing on this week. And so that's good. It's going to be a gentle, quiet week ahead for me, which is nice. Maybe get some filming done, and I've got some research I need to do for a video, so that might take up my time this week. So reading wise, it's been a very, very good week. Yeah, it has been a good week. I've finished 3 books, which I was really, really chuffed about. So the first book I finished was The Head Girl of the Shalley School by Eleanor and Brent Dyer. This is book number 4 in the series. And in this one, this is Grizel's last term or terms at the Shalley School, and she is appointed head girl. She doesn't I'm just going to say she learns a lot about herself and about others in this book, and she tries to curb some tendencies that she has of putting herself first before everybody else, her wants, her needs, and she learns that giving to others and giving time to others is actually a really good thing as well. In this, we follow her as, say, her 2 terms. Things happen, lots of things happen, and it's a full couple of terms for her. There's missing students, there's a gentleman who unfortunately is not totally all in the head, and you feel sorry for him and various things that happen. There are pranks as always, and it was lovely to see this character grow even more and to realise just how much she owes to people at the Shalley School and to Madge and to Joey for being with her and being with her throughout her time there, and just what the school means to her. It was really, really nice. I have to say, I do feel sorry for her in many ways because she's been forced into a career she doesn't want to do because of her stepmother, and it's just, you do feel very, very sorry for her. But I don't want to say much because I really don't want to give the plot line away. But no, it was nice to read this one again because I haven't read it for so many years, so it was nice to get this read and remembered, and which was lovely. I then read A Kind of Spark by Elle McNichol. This was the children's book group pick for January. I borrowed this from my library. I loved it. So we meet Addie, and Addie she's autistic, but a very high functioning autistic, and she's one of these people who, if a subject interests her, she deep dives into it and just, will learn anything and everything about it. Her best friend at school is now shunning her in favour of another girl. But there's a new girl who's come to school, and she is becoming Addie's friend. They're learning in school about the witch trials that happened in Edinburgh and in Scotland. And their class goes on a trip to hear about the witch trials that happened in part of Edinburgh called Juniper. And Addie can actually, as the person that's doing it is describing things, she can actually see it happening. She can feel it, etc. She is very sensitive to a lot of things, and her imagination and everything, she can put herself in that situation. And she decides that there should really be a plaque in the village to the ladies that were killed because they were witches. And she's helped by her new friend, also by one of her family. She has two sisters, twins, and one of them doesn't understand. One of them has one of them is also autistic. Keedy is also autistic, and her other sister, I think, is Nina. Nina. She's not. She's she's into YouTube and things like this. And there's sort of some conflict. Addie knows that Keedy is not doing well at university. Something's happening. So you've got all of this, plus Addie's new teacher at school is really not nice and shouldn't really be in front of a class of children at all. And there's also bullying happening to Addie as well. So there's all of this packed into this book. And you're getting everything from Addie's perspective. And you're seeing things through her lens of autisticism. And it is really, really interesting. It was really interesting to learn about all the different aspects of being autistic and, how various things affect people. I really, really enjoyed this one. I gave this one 4.5 out of 5. No, it was a really good read. I'm very glad I've read it. And I will be interested to see what our next book group pick is, but I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed this one. I then finished the Daphne Project by Jackie Lentz. Jackie very, very kindly sent me a copy of her book to read. I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5. I liked Daphne to begin with. Okay, so Daphne inherits her great Aunt Flo's house because Aunt Flo passes away. But when she arrives at the house, there's something clicks in Daphne's brain that possibly Aunt Flo didn't die of natural causes or commit suicide as was thought, that she was murdered. And she sets about to try and discover who basically killed Aunt Flo. In doing so, she discovers something about Aunt Flo, and she tries to, how can I put this? She tries to follow through on a list of possible suspects, but doing so affects people's lives in not nice ways. And the friends that she makes within the town of Cobb end up giving her some very straight advice, shall we say, and shooting from the hip, which was possibly very needed. Daphne has always been, her mother is very, very overprotective. Her mother is very critical of her, and doesn't want Daphne to basically think for herself. But Daphne wants to think for herself. She wants to get out from under her mother's influence. So by moving possibly to Cobb, which is in Maine, and her parents are in Michigan, is possibly a very good thing. Where she's going to have to stand on her own 2 feet and learn to think for herself and do for herself. Which is great. And I loved seeing that process for Daphne. I didn't enjoy seeing Daphne almost ruin people's lives. I was like, no, don't do that. I was sitting there going, no, don't do that, don't do that. You know, I could understand why she wanted to get to the bottom of what happened to Aunt Flo. But I think she could have gone about it in a better manner and not upset so many people. So that kind of annoyed me. That made me like, oh, I really don't like you. But in the end, you know, things resolve in some ways. There was a major twist at the end. I kind of thought that something had happened, and I was right with that. I just did not see that the next bit of the twist. And I actually don't now like the person that did the twist. I don't like why she did it. I don't like her doing it, okay? I can understand she was angry, but I don't think that what she did was the right thing to do. There were other ways of making her feelings known. And I actually now feel sorry for Daphne because she was on the right track, if that makes sense. I don't want to give any spoilers away. For a debut novel, it was great. Great debut novel. I know that there are another 2 in the series coming out, so I'm looking forward to them. I'll be interested to see where Jackie takes this story. So that was. I'm really glad I've read it. I liked it, but kind of still on the fence about Daphne. Although I do like her, I feel sorry for her, and I'm hoping that in subsequent stories that she comes back into them, and we get to see her development through that. From there. I like Betty. Betty's a great character. I like Fitz. So there are characters in the book that I like that I hope we're going to keep getting more from. So thank you, Jackie. Good read, really good read. So what am I now reading? I'm still reading Donna Ashworth's To the Women. I'm really enjoying this one. I like getting my little bit every morning and just enjoying just reading through the poems and what they're saying about women, and all the aspects to being a woman and all the things we do as women. I really am enjoying it. It's good to have, and it's definitely one that even once I've read it, I will probably read more. Keep it and keep rereading it through the rest of my life. I would be interested to see if she's written more books along this sort of vein and this way that she's done it, because I'm really, really enjoying it. So I'm reading this, but I say it's just one bit a day. I'm also still reading Paladin's Grace by T. Kingfisher, because I wasn't well Thursday and things were busy yesterday. I haven't actually read. I'm 6 chapters behind. So I will get them read. Thankfully Rebecca's like there's no major rush, but I would like to kind of finish this good grief, this month. I'm on chapter 28. How many chapters have we got? 48. So I've got 20 chapters to read. Should get that done within the next 7 days. So yeah. But I'm enjoying the humour from it as well, which is good. And then I also picked up last night, once I'd finished the Daphne project, I picked up The Cherry Tree Cafe by Heidi Swan. This is book number 1 in the Winthrop series. So I've already got 3 chapters of it. Liking it. I'm looking forward to seeing where that is going. So that's kind of my reading this week. I'm really pleased to have got three books finished. And making progress with others, which is really, really nice. Plans for the weekend, very quiet. We've got rugby this weekend, so I'll sit and watch the rugby. Maybe do some cross stitch. I'll see how I feel. I might just not pick up might not pick up my cross stitch. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see how we feel. But I'll read, I'll sleep, and just chill. So yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please come chat with me down in the comments. Have you read any of the books I've mentioned? If so, what did you think of them? I'd love to chat to you about it, or about them, sorry. What are your plans for the weekend? Have you got anything exciting happening? I would love to know. And on the way down to chat with me in the comments, if you haven't already, I would love for you to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell. It just helps my channel keep growing, and I'm enjoying getting new subscribers. I know I've had a few in the last month and a bit, so hello, welcome, thank you very much for subscribing. I'm really glad you're here. I hope you're going to keep enjoying my content, and that's it for this video. And so until my next one, friends, stay safe, happy reading, bye.